Good day there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my home in Livingston, Montana. Okay, what I'm up to today is I'm doing an archery review, a review of a bow that just came to me via UPS. Now look, I was going to shoot this video outside, outdoors, but here up in Livingston, Montana, the wind is blowing and the air is totally unbreathable. Well, I shouldn't say totally, but we've got health advisories all over the place. It's a very gloomy, smoky day. As a side note here, before I get started, we got 7 major forest fires burning the state of Montana. Okay, let's get on with this. This great big box right here, believe it or not, contains a 62-inch Galaxy hybrid longbow. And just for the heck of it, I thought this box was awful long. And I measured it, and this box is exactly 6 feet, 72 inches. So if you do the math, you know, there's about 6 inches of packing space right here and 6 inches down here at the bottom. And I also, while I'm thinking about this, I bought this at Lancaster Archery in Pennsylvania. Well, let's dive into this thing. Normally, I don't do unboxings, but this business with archery has been really, really slow shipping, and these vendors have been having all kinds of problems because of this miserable COVID crap. This bow is about, I don't know, 3 or 4 days late in getting to me, but it's not that big of a deal. Like I say, this is a Galaxy hybrid longbow. Oh yeah, we're gonna have 4 miles of that crap. A box within a box. How do you know? Get that out of my hair. Okay, let's see what kind of Chinese surprise I got here. Maybe there's a Chinaman hiding in here. I'm just joking. But this Galaxy bow here is a product, like a lot of these cheaper bows. It is a product of China. Now, I got 10% off because I was a new customer to Lancaster Archery. And so I gave exactly $171 for this bow. Okay. Now, bear with me here, because there's a few things I want to inspect this bow real quick, but there's a few things. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, I want to thank the few people that have done reviews on this Galaxy, because they're really on YouTube. There really isn't that many reviews on this particular bow. Not enough to answer my questions anyway. But I did a lot of research, so. Okay, we got a deal here. Oh yeah, it's a Galaxy. I forgot. Sorry, guys, gals. It's a Black Ridge. A Galaxy Black Ridge hybrid longbow. You know, I'll read this later. I kind of wondered a little bit about the brace height, but the research shows me between 7 and 8 inches, I guess. Okay. Got us some rubber bands here. I always like to save them. You never know when you need a rubber band. Hope you can hear me all right, because I don't have a mic hooked onto my iPhone there. Sometimes if I'm far away, I need to hook a mic onto that thing. Because boy, that's one thing I've noticed about some YouTube videos. I said some. That's one thing that bugs the crap out of me, is when I'm watching movie files, I watch a lot of YouTube, and I can't hear what the author's saying. You know, their mic is either inadequate or they're too far away or something, you know. Okay, we've got a Flemish twist string here, but I hear tell that that's another thing I wanted to find out, is how long the string was. But I'll measure it when I string it up. But this is a B50 Dacron with a Flemish twist. That's all this guy is. Okay, get on with this thing here. Stop burning daylight. I'm not trying to get in a big hurry because Problem with me is I get in a big hurry and I forget stuff. And now this bow right here, according to what I was researching, only weighs like a pound and a half, 1.45 pounds, I do believe. Let me watch any greasy thing. Let me look at this real quick. Oh, I see it's got a kind of a cheap hair rest on there, but that's coming off because I got a better one I'm going to put on here. Okay, yeah, it's a Black Ridge, 40 pounds. Okay, another one of the reasons I realize that I don't have to justify anything, but because of this COVID stuff, I ordered an extra set of limbs for my Southwest Archery Spider XL. It's got 50-pound recurve limbs on it, so I thought I'd like to have some Longbow limbs, but because it's my understanding that the shipment of Southwest products are stuck on a ship somewhere that's been quarantined by the customs because of COVID. You know, some crap like that, you know. Damn. Anyway, yeah, we got some, these tips are reinforced. They're Flonic tips, I guess. Okay. Well, I won't sit here and stare at this all day because I got to get on with stuff. But I'm not seeing any problems there. But one thing I am going to say right off the get-go, this red and black so-called wood that you possibly see here, I hope I'm doing this right. Let me tap on this, get this in focus. But that gray charcoal black wood right there, and this reddish, brownish, reddish, burgundy, whatever this color is, this stuff is a composite, okay? And what do I mean by composite? I don't know. I don't know what kind of materials they put in this composite, but I can almost assure you that, you know, somebody told me that they said, well, look at it this way, Jim, it's like plywood. Well, I don't know about that, you know, but these stripes right here are maple. Maple hair, maple, and around these limbs, that's all maple right there. And of course, there's black glass. So we've got 2 layers, if you will, 2 laminates of maple in there, and back 4 and back by fiberglass, black fiberglass. And that's what this doggone thing is. 62 inches long. Maybe you can get a look at it that way. Yeah. I really don't know what else to say about this. The riser here is cut to center. It's my understanding. It's cut to center, not past center or not before center, but right to center. So it should be a pretty good shooter. And here's the cheapy little hair rest that come with. That's all that comes with this bow, by the way, is this hair rest right here. Let me tap this, make sure I get it in focus. This hair rest right here and a string. And I'm not seeing any problems here. Yeah. I do want to measure that. I do want to measure that string, though, because nowhere I could find out what the length of that string is. It's got to be around 58, 59 inches, I'm thinking. Okay, let me tap this, make sure this is in focus. Okay. Well, I got my stringer here. Yeah, so we got a composite handle and maple limbs. That's about all there is to this. Get this bow shipped to your door for under 200 bucks. Now hang on here with me. I'll sing you a lullaby in case you get real bored. I'm just kidding. I guess I'm not very well prepared to do this video. I just got this bow via UPS about an hour ago, so I'm still waiting on a target. You know, I bought me a fairly nice target from Amazon, but it's all hung up because of this COVID crap. I mean, man, some of these vendors, man, I know doggone well they're really hurting because of this coronavirus and all this nonsense. Yeah. I got to see my bow stringers all tangled up here. You'd have thought I had brains enough to undo this guy before I started recording here. Okay, sorry folks, it's taking me a little long to do this, but I don't like to splice and cut and, piece files together. Anybody that follows my channel knows that I just shoot videos in one sequence, one straight long sequence, and that's it. Why? Because I don't like editing. I'm not Hollywood. Oh boy, look at this crap. Oh, I see they got a little piece of string holding this together. What kind of nonsense is this? My trusty be careful, I don't want to cut my string. My trusty Pilar. Yeah, I bought about every Pilar that Columbia River Knives and Tools ever come out with. They're really good knives, I like them. I don't know why they'd want to do something like that. Okay, hang on there, folks. Don't get bored. Just put this up here so. I know when I was doing research on this bow, I just couldn't find enough information, and I made up my mind if I was going to do an unboxing and just a quickie review, that I wasn't going to get no big hurry. You know what I mean? Sure you do. Okay, make sure I know what ends what. Put that down there like that. Take this small loop, stick it over the bottom limb of the bow. You guys know how this works, don't you? Sure you do. Take the big end of the stringing tool, the stringer, and put her on there. And then take the smaller end and put it on the philonic. These tips are called philonic tips. They kind of come to a point. I heard one reviewer saying he didn't like that, but me, I don't care. I'm just doing this for the fun of it. Oh man, that's pretty neat. My recurve just doesn't fit quite as good as this guy does. Okay. Oh, nice. That string's up real nice. Real nice. Okay. Right out the get-go, let me check this brace height, even though I think it's between 7. Okay, I've only got 6.5 inches, so I'm gonna have to do some adjustment on that. But just for this movie file's sake, I'm not gonna mess around with that because I already bored you enough. Yeah. Okay. Now, let me stick on my shooting glove here. Yeah, Now, before I do anything else, there's one little thing I want to say. In my research, and I researched all over the internet, I kept running into these words, reflex-deflex, because that's what this bow is, a reflex-deflex. But they're touting some longbows as being longbows, and they're actually just reflex-deflex recurves, if you will. Because back in my day, I'm almost 70 years old, but way back in my day, when I was fooling around with archery, I hunted, for like 10, 15 years or whatever have you. And this was back to the late 70s and early 80s, and there was just 3 distinctions of bows. I remember this all too well. There was longbows, and I know because I had a custom-made longbow. That custom-made longbow was 70 inches long. It was custom-made now, right to my specifications. It was 29 inches of draw at 63 pounds. But it was, and its limbs were perfectly, matter of fact, its limbs came like this, and they reflexed or deflexed, whatever you want to call it, just a few degrees back. There was no bends or this or that or swirls or nothing. And the handle was only like 6 or 7 inches long. It had a really small handle on it and real thin limbs. As a matter of fact, every time that I went to string that up, I was always just going like this because I was afraid that the tips would break off, but they never did. A guy by the name of Louis Armbruster made me that bow. And then back in the day, I used to have a Damon Howard, or either it was a Martin. I can't remember. I was thinking about this the other day. I had a 65-pound recurve. I used to use that for shooting carp. That's a different story. And then I had a Jennings. Some of you might remember that bow company called Jennings. Jennings. I had a Jennings split T, and I remember I was shooting that bucket. It had 50% let off on those wheels, and I was shooting it at 65 pounds. So there you are, But I always told myself way back in the day, I know there was reflex, deflex, bows floating around, but nobody paid much attention to them or whatever have you. But I always did think to myself, boy, it would be really, really interesting if a person could take the good attributes of a recurve and marry them up with the good attributes of a longbow. And now I see there's all kinds of hybrids out there, but a lot of people are trying to pass these real short 54-inch and 56-inch and like that off as longbows. They're not longbows. They're hybrids. I don't care what anybody says, because I had the real deal. To me, a longbow is traditional in the Howard Hill style. Now, I know there's a lot of people that would argue with me on that, whatever here, but that's just the way I think about this. So, but what would be the proper name for something like this? I think I'd just call it a reflex-deflex bow, and leave the longbow part of it out of there or something. I don't know. It gives the younger generation coming up the wrong idea, But as long as they know that this is a marriage between a recurve and a longbow, I'm happy. So now, what I wanted to see here, this arrow here is 31 inches long. Because I don't have a knocking point on here. Yeah, I can get her back there. I have to practice a little bit, but anyway, the limbs I got coming from my Southwest archery bow are in the longbow configuration are 45 pounds. So right now, the way I'm set up, I got 40, 45, and then 50-pound recurves. Recurve limbs. Yeah, I'm pulling that doggone thing, I know, past 28 inches. Okay, I'm going to need lots of practice because I haven't touched a bow in many, many years, but I still remember the basics of archery, though. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what else I can say about this doggone bow here. You know, oh, I know one thing I was going to do. Yeah, this is a fact. One thing I couldn't find anywhere was the length of this miserable string. It will go there. This doggone thing is showing me somewhere around 60 to 61 inches. But I know I've got to twist this string because the brace height is way off on this. Like I say, I think the brace height is between 7. Yeah, I got a long ways to go. I'm only sitting here at 6 1/4. I've got to get it between 7 inches and 8 inches, I do believe. So, yeah. You know, I got me a couple of strings coming, but I hope, well, anyway, that's neither here nor there, you know. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you like what you're seeing here, but this is a Galaxy Black Ridge. I almost forgot that at the beginning of the video. Hybrid longbow, weighs about 1.5 pounds, 62 inches long, 40 pounds in draw. I'll get up here and give you one more look at this. For whatever it's worth, and I no doubt, I think I said this, but I give $171 for this shipped to the door. You see that tip there, I hope. Of course, I'm not in back of the camera there, so I don't know what I'm recording and what I'm not. You know? Okay. Well, I think I've jabbered long enough. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for, listening to me prattle on and on here, and I shall get off of here and get gone. Okay, like I'm always famous for saying, take care of yourselves. We shall see you on down the trail, and adios, my friends. Boop.